CTET, STET, and many other teaching jobs. Intelligence is a very important chapter. So here we are with theories of intelligence today and multiple intelligences. Multiple intelligences are a very important part in child education. Every child is born with different intelligences. The teacher's duty is to diagnose that and feed to the child to develop the intelligence that he is born with. Intelligence. Intelligence is the ability to understand the world, think with rationality, and to use resources effectively to deal with the challenges of life. The general ability consists of a number of specific abilities which include the following points below. In these points are adaptability to a new environment or to changes in the current environment. Number 2 is capacity for knowledge and the ability to acquire it. Number 3 is capacity for reason and abstract thought. Number 4 is ability to comprehend relationships. Number 5, ability to evaluate and judge. Number 6, capacity for original and productive thought. Theories of intelligence. While intelligence is one of the most talked about subjects within psychology, there is no standard definition of what exactly constitutes intelligence. Some researchers have suggested that intelligence is a single general ability, while others believe the intelligence encompasses a range of aptitudes, skills, and talents. Charles Spearman, General Intelligence. British psychologist Charles Spearman described the concept he referred to as general intelligence or the G factor. G factor stands for general intelligence. After using a technique known as factor analysis to examine a number of multiple aptitude tests, Spearman concluded that scores on these tests were remarkably similar. People who performed well on one cognitive test tended to perform well on other tests, while those who scored badly on one test tended to score badly on the other. He concluded that intelligence is general cognitive ability that could be measured and numerically expressed. Louis L. Thurston, Primary Mental Abilities. Psychologist Louis L. Thurston offered a differing theory of intelligence. Instead of viewing intelligence as a single general ability, Thurston's theory focused on 7 different primary mental abilities. The abilities that he described were reasoning, verbal comprehension, perceptual speed, numerical ability, word fluency, associative memory, spatial visualization. Howard Gardner, multiple intelligences. One of the more recent ideas to emerge in Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences. Instead of focusing on the analysis of test scores, Gardner proposed that numerical expressions of human intelligence are not a full and accurate depiction of people's abilities. His theory describes 8 distinct intelligences that are based on skills and abilities that are valued within different cultures. The 8 intelligences Gardner described are: number 1 is visual spatial intelligence. Number 2 is verbal linguistic intelligence. Number 3, bodily kinesthetic intelligence. Number 4, logical mathematical intelligence. Number 5, interpersonal intelligence. Number 6, musical intelligence. Number 7, interpersonal intelligence. And number 8 is naturalistic intelligence. In this graph, in this picture that you see, first we shall start with yellow box, interpersonal. That is people smart intelligence. Number 2, in dark yellow color, intrapersonal means self-smart intelligence. Number 3, linguistic means word smart. Logical mathematical means logic smart. Next is naturalistic intelligence, that is nature smart. Spatial means picture smart. Bodily kinesthetic means body smart. And musical means music smart. In this next one, image of multiple intelligences, you can revise that. What is interpersonal is people smart, intrapersonal self-smart, linguistic means word smart. With the picturization, you can understand that what does the multiple intelligences mean. Linguistic means word smart, means they can speak or write very well. Logical mathematical means the person is very good in math. Naturalistic means understands the life in nature. Spatial means picture smart, means group to very good to visualize the things and make the images of their visualization, imagination. And bodily or kinesthetic means good at sports and yoga and all. And music smart means good at singing, dancing, and many more things related, or playing the instrument also. Next comes Guilford's three-dimensional model. J.P. Guilford proposed 3 dimensions of mental ability shown in picture below. Each block represents a major intellectual function and each function is divided into sub-functions. The total number of possible interactions is 120. Since Guilford had isolated 120 different types of intelligence. First is in operations, evaluation, convergent production, divergent production, memory and cognition. In products, units, classes, relations, systems, transformations and implications. In contents, figural, symbolic, semantic and behavioral. In this way, content have 5 points, products 6 and operations 5. Total cognitive skill is 5 multiply 6 multiply 5 is equal to 150 that you can calculate. In this Guilford three-dimensional model, operations means the act of thinking, contents means the term used in thinking, and product of thinking, ideas, operations. Combinations of the dimensions and subdivisions can lead to over 100 separate factors, many of which have been demonstrated experimentally, but yet some are to be observed. Next is fluid intelligence. It consists of reasoning ability, memory capacity, and speed of information processing. It involves such skills as those requiring spatial and visual imaginary, and is generally believed to be much less affected by experience and education than is crystallized intelligence. Crystallized intelligence. It concerns the applications of knowledge to problem solving. It includes abilities such as reasoning and verbal and numerical skills, and is generally believed to be affected by experience and formal education. Philip Vernon's hierarchical model. Philip Vernon suggested that intelligence consists of factors and skills arranged hierarchically. The cognitive factor at the top is composed of two skills, verbal or academic, and practical or mechanical, each of which is itself subdivided. Verbal academic include such skills as vocabulary and verbal fluency. Robert Sternberg's triarchic theory. Robert Sternberg was concerned with how intelligence is used, particularly in problem solving, as well as the abilities it includes. The theory deals with analytical and componential intelligence. It includes components essential to acquisition of knowledge, uses of problem-solving strategies and techniques, and use of metacognitive components for selecting a strategy and monitoring progress towards success. Second is creative and experiential intelligence. It is reflected both in creatively dealing with new situations, and then combining different experiences in insightful ways to solve novel problems. Next is practical or conceptual intelligence. It is reflected in the management of day-to-day affairs. Now here comes where how we measure the intelligence. Somebody is very good, somebody is good, somebody is extraordinary. How we shall measure them? Sir Francis Galton, Binet Simon, Lewis Terman, many more had made the experiments on this. Sir Francis Galton, a pioneer in the measurement of individual differences in late 19th century England, was particularly concerned with sensory responses, visual and auditory acuity and reaction time, and their relationship to differences in ability. Binet-Simon Intelligence Scale. The Binet-Simon Intelligence Scale, developed by French psychologists Alfred Binet and Theodore Simon, was administered to children to evaluate their performance, means mental age, at a given chronological age. The mental age upon chronological age measure, called a mental quotient, that is IQ, was used to evaluate a child's learning potential. Here, Binet scale of human intelligence, there are 3 columns in it. One is IQ score, second is original name, and third is modern term. In first one, IQ is if the child gets IQ over 140, he is genius or near genius. If the child scores 120 to 130, he is very superior. Same as the child scores 110 to 119, he is superior. 90 to 109, average or normal. 80 to 89, dull or normal. 70 to 79, borderline deficiency, mild. 50 to 69, moron, means moderate. 20 to 49, imbecile, means severe. 5 to 20, intelligence, idiot or profound. And below 5, mega, hyper, dotard, means buffoon, clown. Here is Binet-Simon measurement of intelligence by chronological age and multiplying by 100. Here IQ is equal to mental age upon chronological age multiplied by 100. In this graph, you can see how the intelligence can be expressed in the graphical form. Lewis Terman of Stanford University revised the Binet scale in 1916. The revised scale, called the Stanford Binet Intelligence Scale, although it retained the concept of mental and chronological ages, introduced the concept of the intelligence quotient IQ, arrived by the following widely used formulas, which allows comparison between children of different ages. Intelligence quotient. Intelligence quotient refers to IQ. That is, its formula is mental age upon chronological age multiplied by 100. For this, many tests are taken, test of aptitude and test of achievement. 2 types of tests mainly known are CAT and SAT. CAT stands for California Achievement Test and SAT stands for Scholastic Assessment Test. Now, Stanford's Binet Intelligence Scale says that genius person has IQ over 140, very superior has IQ from 120 to 139, superior has 110 to 119, Average person has 90 to 109. Dull has 90 to 89. Borderline deficiency has 70 to 79. Moron has 50 to 69. Imbecile has 20 to 49. And idiot has below 20. This is IQ level that we can understand how the child is or where the child stands. Now, thank you very much for being with us and understanding the theories of different psychologists and multiple intelligences. Watch and share my next videos and previous videos too of child pedagogy and papers of CTET, STET, etc. Do not forget to like, subscribe and share. If you have any doubts, please comment in the comment box. I would love to know that and would try to clarify all the doubts. Hope you will get success in your test and success will be yours.